Right, hello everyone, welcome to JDs League Round 2 Bahrain. We're here for a short qualifying session, 50% race. 14 on the grid so far. I think we have more sign up than that, but no issues. Never know, might get one or two joining in during quali. Excellent, I'm glad I made it in time. I wasn't too sure I was going to for a moment. Rushing about, but got there. Turn myself down, I can hear myself on the stream. There we go. Right, who's coming out first for Bahrain? One of the staples of the season, really, isn't it? Obviously, we usually start here, but start in Australia instead. I swear they used to start in the old days. I say old days, wasn't that long ago. So, Zippy first out on track. I think that's Whoopi just behind him. It's oh, Whoopi's going ahead, so there we go then. We'll go with Whoopi. What we'll do, guys, is we'll do a quick what I've been told I've got to start calling a hilly hot lap. So when Whoopi comes round to start his lap, his first round, so when he comes round to start his lap, we'll go on board with him and I'll take you around the track of Bahrain. Oh, Zippy off track behind him. So, successful start to the season last week. New league up and running. It takes a little while to get going properly, as we all know. So, it's a good start to the season. Let's hope it continues here. Easier track, of course. Australia, one of the difficult tracks of the season. So, Bahrain much more basic. So, Whoopi then through the final corner. Obviously, just take the final corners to widen up your steering and start a hot lap with the highest speed you can over the line. So here we go, long run down to turn 1, which is effectively really tight corner. Leads straight into turn 2. Got to be careful on the traction through there. See it taking Whoopi. Turn 3 is the little right-hander there. We lead up to turn 4. Use the curb on the left to open up the entry. Down to 3rd on this occasion, up straight up to 4th. And to help with traction. Then we come through 5 and 6 and 7. Sort of snaking corners. Again, late onto the brakes into turn 8. Again, look to try and get a good rotation so that you get a good steering, can open up your steering to get a good exit. Then the long left into the tight left-hander for turns 9 and 10. Down to turn 11 now, use the curb on entry to open it up. Left-hander, stay in 5th gear. Round to turn 12, it's just long right-hander. Stay away from the inside curb on that one, it's a nightmare. Turn 13, basically turn in as late as you can, but in such a way to open up the steering and get on the power down this straight. And the final turn, same again really. Use the curb on the outside on entry, open it up on the power as early as you can, and head for the line for, on this occasion, a 29.3 from Whoopi. Well done, mate. Zippy behind them's managed to 130.9. Let's go to the Haas of Charles. I think he's over next, so 131.2. The other Haas was Tommy Real, 128.5. So not messing about, Tommy, straight into the 28s. Raf Stappen, 29.5. A couple of others over the line. One of those was oh my goodness, how do I say that? Obolf. I mean, I'm not saying Oboalf or the C. I'll call him Alf. Alf Racing. That was up into P4. McLaren then. Lawton lad. Really happy picking up his couple of points last week. Looking to repeat it, or even better maybe. Who knows? Here he comes in a way, and it's a 130.5. That puts him into P5 for the moment. Not a bad start for him. Ben Taylor. See, why can't everybody have names like Ben Taylor? Much easier. 131.5, P9. And I think we're back round to Whoopi now, so there we have it. So let's go to... who's first? Yeah, Danny. Last week's winner. Only reserve in the league because he can't guarantee being here every week, but hopefully we'll make as many as he can. And he crossed the line 34.5, so clearly didn't get a clear lap in there. Boom Tech is invalidated. So let's go back to Danny, who's probably having another go. At least watch him through sets of 1, see if he keeps it up. Danny is coming to the end of sets of 1. Just a moment, here he comes. And he's 2.5 seconds down, so he's not going again. Let's try Boom Tech then. No, he came into the pits. So, anybody else? Zippy, Lawton. Zippy's a little bit up in the first sector, 10.5. It's hard. One of the most real difficult corners of the season. It's not so bad for us players that use ABS, but if you don't use ABS, that's a nightmare corner, that one. Especially you're braking while turning all the time, which it doesn't like when you have no ABS, so easy to lock up. 6.5 temps up through sector 2, so good improvement so far. If we can keep that up, he might be fighting for P4. Here he comes then, head to the line, and it's a 130.4, 4.5 temps improvement in the end. I think he just ran out of energy towards the end of the lap, so lost a little bit of time in sector 3. So I'm driving exceptionally slowly. Not sure what that's all about. Let's go to Zero Scott. Zero showed great pace last week. Let's see if he can show it again here at Bahrain. So here comes up towards the end of sector 2. 7.4. It's showing purple, but don't take any notice of that. It does that all the time. If somebody hasn't got a lap on the board, it just shows purple all the time. So you won't know until he actually crosses the line if that was real or not. Zero heads to the line. It's a 129.5, so that puts him into P3. Job. Who was that? That was DeCourcy crosses the line, 29.4. Teammate crossing the line. That's Whoopi starting a lap, so let's go to Whoopi. Currently in P2 then. 8.5 temps behind Tommy, but so we did the hot lap with him on board and saw there was clearly some places where he can make some time up, so I think he's definitely got more in him. Here he comes, look at that, half a second up already in sector 1. So it looks like the first lap was more of a let's get one on the board, and then we'll look to go for it on the next 2 runs. Nice through the difficult left-hander, opens up the DRS. Comes then heading towards the end of sector 2, is just round his right-hander. Has he improved any further? He has indeed. He's now 8.5 temps up, so he is now challenging Tommy Reel's time. He's pretty much identical with it. See if we can gain anything else through sector 3. Sector 3, of course, is effectively just the 2 corners and the 2 straights, so not normally much to be gained, but Actually lost slightly in sector 3, so 28-6. But that lets Tommy know that someone's here that can challenge, so that's good. Tommy on his second run, but 1.9 seconds down at the end of sector 2. Verstappen slightly down. Verstappen coming over the... Now he's back to ride out of it. Alf then, a thousandth of a second up in sector 1. Oh, he's running well out wide out of the left-hander, so it's going to obviously affect his time. Keep with him to the end of sector 2 and see if how it's affected it exactly, but it's not looking... Oh yeah, he's still improving actually, quarter of a second up. So that puts him slightly ahead at the moment as it stands of Verstappen and Zero, I think. So as long as he keeps it together, should gain a couple of places here. Line, and it's 129.5, and indeed he does gain 2 places up to P5. Boom Tech has gone into P2 on a 28.5. Half a tenth ahead of Whoopi. Who else have we got out there? Charles. Right now, no, it doesn't. 4.5 attempts down. Let's just switch to Danny. He's coming up to the same place. 7.6 seconds down. I do remember last week, actually, thinking about it. Danny used about the first 10 minutes or so of quali as a practice run on the softs, more just getting his eye into the track, and and then just opted to do one hot lap at the end, which he took pole with. But let's see if that's what he does again. Ben Taylor. Oh, he's round. What's going on then? He was actually half a tenth up through sector 1, but obviously he's lost that after the spin. So Alf, no. Anybody else on hot lap? Zippy. Yeah. That's start of his lap, so let's stick with Zippy then. See if he can improve. Get a bit of a tow here from his McLaren teammate. No, he's not. It's the other way round. Sorry. I thought as if he was the car behind then, but no. Yeah, slightly up in sets of 1, just under a tenth. There he comes then, opens up the DRS. Right to the left-hander. And then got to try and stay flat out through this right-hander. Use the curb on exit, but be careful not to invalidate. Gains a few temps, but runs very wide. He's gotten away with that though, and well, let's see what he can gain. It's going to be 29.9, so half a second. Doesn't gain any places off of that, but he's really solidified that position. Corsi, JD then slightly down in sector 1, but sector 2 probably where most of the time could be made. We do have some yellow flags appearing. Somebody had spun in sector 1, but we'll stick with JD. Well, I just missed his sector time, so we've got no idea if he's improving or not. Lawton retires from the session. Looks like he's crashed down at turn 1. And JD across the line. I don't think he improved. Actually, I don't think he was doing a hot lap. So I'm really not sure as to how Walton's managed to retire there, if I'm honest. No, not going to get to see him. Right, let's just go back to JD because I think he backed off that last lap and was saving his energy. So Zero is out as well, just round off turn 3. So I'm just wondering for JD, the McLaren was in an awkward position for him. So I hope it hasn't ruined his time, but it doesn't look like he's backed out a minute ago, so it's Donkey Kong, and he's actually lost it on the left-hander that we went round just a moment ago with JD. Comes then JD into the final corner, opens it up, and heads into the pits. Of course he does. There, here we go. Who's that coming round now? That's his Ben Taylor, so just over a 10th down, so he might be heading into the pits as well. Does indeed. Who's the Ferrari? That is Verstappen. He's got a Haas just behind him, who I think is Tommy Rill on an outlap. It might be Charles though. Verstappen then improves by 3 tenths. That's a P5. It was actually Charles, but he's lost it by the looks of it off of the final corner. At the moment, remains parked on the inside of the track. So, anybody further up going for a lap? Alf isn't. Zippy isn't. Charles we know about. Danny. Here he comes then. So minus 2.2. No, sorry, that was some that was a weird timer thing. This is the hot lap. I say this is the hot lap. He's not turned his energy on, so it's not. Surely he's not going to make it round. I'm waiting for the timer to come up. Alright then guys, let's get to one of the highest ones then. So, Boom Tech, where is Whoopi? Whoopi's right there. Looks like Whoopi's having to go through some traffic right now. So yeah, that's the end of the session. For whatever reason, Danny's not putting in a hot lap. So Boom Tech then. Some weird person just joined. Oh, Boom Tech loses it on the right hander. Seems to lose it off the outside curb on that one. Yeah, I don't know why, but Danny's opting not to bother with a hot lap. Might be a way of trying to avoid problems at turn 1, you know. Maybe tactical to start from the back. Charles is actually going to start from the back because he's been disqualified. Tommy then, 0.004 of a second down. Right, Whoopi is just coming through the same. Oh no, he's not on a better lap, so it looks like Tommy's got pole, but can he improve on the time? He's going into the pits. So, Alf crosses the line, doesn't improve. And Whoopi, we know, had already really backed out the lap. So, that is the end of qualifying. So, it's going to be congratulations, Tommy Rill, on pole position in your first race. Very close, though, with Boom Tech, who's only 25 thousandths of a second behind. And then Whoopi only a half a tenth behind that. So, the top 3 mightily close. Could bode well for the race, we hope. It's mystery really is why last week's winner hasn't set a proper qualifying lap. Danny, but there we have it then. So no need to scroll down. That is the 14 drivers. So I'll just go to instance just in case they need them for the stewarding. I don't think anything happened in that. It would need that, but there we go. Okay, we'll move on. So Tommy Real P1, Boom Tech P2, Whoopi 3, Zero Scott P4, Raf Stappen in 5, DeCourcy, Alf, Donkey Kong, Zippy, Ben Taylor, Lawson, Anita was it? And I missed, well, then it would have been Danny and Charles. Oh, I've got a message. Who's got it? Give me a... Oh, Whoopi, hello. Danny is starting from the back to give others a chance. Well, yeah. I'm not sure he needs to give you Tommy Real. And, I forgot who it was now. Who was it? Oh, Beats, somewhere or another. Yeah, I don't think he needs to give you guys much of a chance, to be fair. He's definitely got pace. But, I'll check for Tommy, because I'll tell you, that lad is very quick as well. He's ahead of me on most time trials through the tracks, so... And before anybody says, well, that ain't too hard, I do alright, alright? So, formation lap first. We are heading straight into the race, which is sensible. We most leagues do normally take a break between quali and race, but oh, we've had Ferrari round, Verstappen and DeCourcy are out. Well, I must admit, I thought we took a break last week. Don't forget, guys, when I say out, it just means they've been disqualified from the formation lap, and they will just be put back onto the starting grid. There's no real issue. I don't know what their tyres will be set to, but I doubt they're as cold as literally coming off the formation lap. But not as warm as if they'd done a whole lap warming them up, of course. Right, I've just realised that I did some screens to take a look at. So, obviously, we're only 1 week in, guys, so race 2, it's not going to be a huge look here. I'm going to try and do this before the end of the formation lap, but Livestream does like to make me refresh all the time. Alright. Okay, forget it. I was going to bring up the drivers and the constructor standings for us to take a look at. If we get a safety car in the race, we'll do it under a safety car. It's just if I start doing it now, we're going to miss the start of the race, and I don't want to do that. It's quite often the most exciting bit. So... Alright, let's get the details up. Take a quick look at tyres. We had a couple more. Lawson and Anslav disqualified as well. Put back to the grid. Anyway, tyres. So the top 8 all starting on medium tyres. Zippy in 9th starting on softs. Then it's mediums down to Charles, who is starting on softs in 14th. Interesting choice to start on softs. It's, they don't last very long at all, so I can only assume they're doing a 2-stop. But away we go, and everybody gets away okay. as Tommy leads into turn 1. Red Bull going out wide there. It's a bit of contact, some ghosting going on, but it looks like and Rastappen is spun it round into Alf there, but sets to track, gets going again. So anyway, at the top. So we've had some big losers here at the start. Zero down 5, Donkey Kong down 4, Alf down 6, Rastappen down 9. I'm assuming that's all due to the contact at turn 1. At the moment, Lawton running in P4 up 7 places. Fantastic start from him. Danny up 7 places as well. Charles was up 6. Oh, he's battling with 0 actually. Let's go to that. 0 on the inside in the lead up to the next corner. Charles is round. So far then, let's go to the Corsi. So, as it stands right now, Tommy crosses the line. Boomtech still within a second of him, as Whoopi's also within a second of Boomtech. Corsi has to pit. Didn't see what happened to him. It's just a tyre change, there's no... Oh, the game hadn't done the old thing where it doesn't change the wing on him. I can only assume that's what it's just done, because I can't see any other reason he'd have pitted otherwise. It looks like all the guys that had contacts at turn 1 and turn 4, though, appear to have gotten away with it, because nobody else has pitted. So, this is Whoopi in P3 looking to hold on to the back of Boomtech, but Boomtech really staying on the back of Tommy at the moment. How's Danny doing? He's up 8 places now into P5. Let's go to that actually. He's on the back of Lawton, who's also had an outstanding start to this Grand Prix. So, oh dear, Zero's out. Well, what happens to Lawton? Sorry, I looked down at my phone to the stream because it wasn't moving, and I've missed it. You guys know what happened a lot better than I do just there, because I missed it completely. But obviously something happened to Lawton. I'm guessing Zero hit him when he was spun round or something. So where's Danny? Danny must have spun as well, so I can only assume those two had contact and spun. He's down to 7th and is into the pits. Can't see any obvious front wing damage. So Danny in, Lawton in, Rastappen in, and I can see now it's... Well, it's a VSC, isn't it? I can't see a safety car. So I think it's a virtual safety car. A lot of drivers in. Let's just have a look at the Corsi. Right, he's changing his wing this time. I think that's what it was with the Corsi pitting first lap then. I think it would have been set on auto change on wing, and it didn't. It decided there wasn't enough damage on it, so it didn't change it. Oh, and Boomtech spins it! Through goes Whoopi, quite literally. Oh, unlucky for Boomtech. He was off to a great start in the race. He hasn't lost too much, though, so hopefully he'll be able to stick with them so that we can keep a freeway race going on. But it does mean that Tommy has got over a second gap now to second place, which is absolutely ideal for him. Great driver is Tommy. I've known him from other leagues. And he must wonder how many leagues I'm in, because he can't seem to get... Every time he joins a league, I pop up saying hello. So then Anslad's picked up the first penalty of the race. Whoopi is catching slightly here. He's looking, I think, see if he can push his way inside the 1 second. He'd love to get that DRS. Donkey Kong then and Ben Taylor Ben defends the inside and does that nicely, puts the car exactly where he needed to. They've also got Alf on the back of them. Just have a quick look at tyres. I'm not sure. One bar started on mediums. So Lawson, Danny, and Charles have gone to hards. De Courcy did go after having to take a second stop. So there we have it. Set to free yellow. Looks like Charles has lost it at the final corner. Oh, the Red Bull has a little. Enabled Alf to go past. So Alf's going to see if he can do it. But so far, you've got it. Oh, Ben! Just as I was about to give him some praise, he spun it round. And good to see somebody actually recovering it themselves instead of resetting his track, which is what you're supposed to do. So he sets the fastest lap, and now he's extended that lead out to 2.8. Ah! What's happened to Whoopi? My apologies, Whoopi. Well, you probably won't mind, but I missed that completely. Charles, bring us our first full safety car. So that's going to bunch everything back up then. For Tommy, who just picked up a nice lead. So he drops on the curb, says Whoopi. Okay. Oh, I missed that one, mate. You got away with that one. Full safety car. Is it, or is it late enough for medium drives to switch to go to the end? Quite possibly. Let's put it this way: if I was Ralf Stappen or Lawton, I would be changing tyres without even a shadow of doubt. Get the pit stop out of the way, just in case there's no safety car from here. Lawton gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with De Courcy. We're under safety car. He managed to do that. Well, even more now for Lawton then. Much better off pitting now. He's got 5 as well. Get rid of it. Who was that? That was Ben Taylor having another on the difficult left. Double left-hander, really. He'll be able to catch that time back up though, because we'll be on a delta at the moment. Right, as promised then, let's take a quick look at the. There's not a lot because we've only done Australia. We'll take a look in a way. So standings should be up on your screens now. Unfortunately, I can't see your screens, so I need to find them myself. Here we go. So, let's see. I've only shown the guys that have scored points. So, at the moment, Danny leads the way with a 25. De Courcy in P2 with 18. Ralf Stappen P3. Zero Scott P4. Whoopi P5. Donkey Kong on 8. Fallen Peak on 6. Shadow Sniper on 4, but not with us this week. Lawton picked up those 2 points that he was over the moon with last week, and Hentifi, who's also not with us this week, on 1. So that is the drivers. Obviously, there's more drivers than that, but as I say, there's not. There's no point going for everybody on zeros. So, to show what that meant for the teams. So Mercedes leading the way on 29, Aston Martin 18, Ferrari on 15, Red Bull 8, Haas 4, and Alfa Romeo and Alpha Tauri yet to score. So there we have it. Let's just get you the game screen. Should be coming up now. So we're back to the full game screen, and yes, so there we go for the standings. Obviously, be a bit better as we get into the season and we get a proper idea of who's doing what. Tommy Pitts then, so he gives up the lead, but he's not done that on the first lap, so that's dropped. By the looks of it's a PA. It doesn't look like anybody else to get past, so that's dropped Tommy down to PA. Spread out. It's going to take a while for the safety car to come in because Lawton's got to catch it and he's some way back at the moment. So Tommy taking the opportunity pit. Whoopi pitted, but he's pitted to soft, so he's here. We'll have to see what tyres. I assume it'd be a double soft stint, two soft stints. Donkey Kong then taking the lead of the race, but still on the starting medium tyres. So the ones really who've tactically got the advantage here are Alf, Danny, Ben Taylor, Tommy Real, and Antlav. Obviously, completely dependent on whether there's another safety car or not. My way of thinking is usually that hey Ben, Shadow. Well, that's certainly. I mean, that's not true about JD at all, Sniper. He can certainly race. I think that's on your end, Sniper, because I've got the stream up on my end and it's running absolutely fine, not lagging at all. Shadow, as per. I hate the curves on this game. They are a bit of a nightmare. They were a lot worse last year, mine, Ben. It's yeah, still some issues. Little tip for you, Ben. Raising your ride height can help with curbs. Give that a go. So right, guys, just FYI, I don't like to do that, but I've just banned Shadow Sniper because I'm not having language like that. If he messages anybody asking why, you can message me if he likes. Oh, sorry, we've got underway. I completely missed the restart, but that's because I was dealing with that. Simple truth is, I know for a fact that some kids watch my stream, so I'm not having language like that on the stream. Or if people being offensive towards others. Oh, Red Bull's round. That's Donkey Kong. Not minding his own business down here at the back. But that is Donkey Kong. At the moment, we've got a VSC. So yeah, at the moment it's only a VSC. A 4-second gap Whoopi's picked out for the instance at the restart there. So on the VSC. So the restart for Whoopi is perfect, really. I mean, he's got into the lead, created a gap. Remember, they're under Delta at the moment, so I think that gap's actually a little bit bigger than it's showing at the moment. That's more like it. And that is basically what he needs to do. If he's going to do a double soft stint, he has to create a gap. Not sure exactly how long a pit stop is here, but I'm guessing it's around 21 seconds, 22 seconds, something like that. Lawson picks up a drive-through, speeding under safety car. But we are back underway. Let's get back to the broadcast cam. So here is Boomtech and Danny as JD has spun it with the left-hander. So Boomtech and Danny fights in here, and that is Tommy. Sorry, that's Zippy on the back of them. Tommy not too far behind. So, there we go, in a way. So, after the restart, DeCourcy and Lawton have to go into the pits. Now, Lawton would have needed to pit in a way, so he can at least get to the right tyres this time, hopefully, to get into the end of the race. Let's just go down to Alf as he's making a move on Antiva. What's happened there? I have no idea what happened there, but it's Alf ended up off track and going down the escape road. But he's back underway. He's in P9. That isn't Alf, is it? Who was that then? That was Antiva. I thought I saw some carbon fibre flying about, so Alf has lost his front wing, he's going to have to pit. There's Lawton and JD. Let's have their own battle. Yeah, obviously Lawton on sauce at the moment. And Alf comes into the pits. I think he'll be in and out before these guys get there. He's already got his new tyres on, he's getting a new wing, and, well, he might not be, he's just starting to move out the box, so no, I think these guys are going to get him just before the exit. Yeah, through they go. Should see Alf on the left-hand side, there he is. So Alf will get underway. He's gone to soft tyres as well. See so many using softs. It's not working out ideally for Whoopi anymore, is it? He's not making up the ground he needs to. Got just over a 3-second lead. Ideally on this stint, he'd like to, to push out sort of 9 to 10 seconds. But just not managing that at the moment. 7.8, 8.2. 5. At the moment, he'd come out somewhere around Ben Taylor and Antiva in P8, so I think he needs to continue for the moment. Carry on with it, because he don't want to be coming out down there when he pits at all. So he needs to keep working. Here is Boomtech and Danny then, just 4 attempts separating them. Just going to nip to Tommy, just having a look at Zippy. Around the outside of turn 4, and he's got that move done, so nicely done from Tommy then, up into P4. Back to Boomtech and Danny. Just looking at the ERS at the moment, it's advantage Danny on that. Got around about double of what Boomtech's got. But at the moment for these two, things are working quite nicely. I don't think Danny will be in too much of a rush to get past. At the moment he can sort of leech off of Boomtech's DRS and save up his ERS. I think Verstappen's been round towards the end of sector 2. As well, right at the start of sector 3. A couple of drivers having a little incident there at the same time. As I say, you can see, can't you? Danny's just not really that interested in overtaking. They're doing what they need to do. They're actually ever so slightly gaining on Whoopi. Really, I suppose, actually, the gap's pretty static at the moment. And Slav retires in the pits. So that Alf back into the points when they go past. Alf is, Danny does get past. Oh no, that's Whoopi. Ah, no. Whoopi has a moment. So, boom, second, Danny. Alpha. Lawton pitted. I was going to say they were having a battle, but Lawton away from us. Guys now for the lead. I mean, Whoopi's not the only one that's going to have to pit again. You've got Alf's using Sauce, so he's definitely got to pit again. Sure, the medium going to have to pit. So Verstappen and Zippy, I'm confident, are going to have to pit. And so in comes Whoopi. So I think he's going to behind Verstappen. Come out in P7. Puts on a set of hard. So he's going to correct by fun, but as I say, there's a couple of guys on mediums ahead that are going to have to pit. Verstappen and Zippy being the other. And of course, the other guys that are on hards are basically 10 laps into their stints now. Whoopi. Well, he's not out of this in terms of a podium yet at all. Because pitted very early for his hards, so not absolutely make it to the end on them. This battle for the lead continues then. Verstappen is on the back. Ben Taylor. Verstappen's had a right at the start of sector 3. It's dropped him back, so almost into the clutches of Whoopi. So he's definitely going to have to pit again anyway with Verstappen, so he may just decide to do it now. He has indeed. There's a chance he might just edge out ahead of De Courcy and Alf. It's probably going to be tight. Depends if he needs a new wing or not, really. No, he's quickly done. He's been serviced, so it's going to be tight though. Right on the front or back of this. They are going to get past. So Verstappen pits in P9 on the fresh hards. Alf ahead of Sauce will definitely have to pit again. So that will hand in P8. Here is boom second Danny again. Danny now still in a good position. He's, as I said, he's doing exactly what I said earlier on. He's just basically using his leeching boom DRS on the back of him while keeping and Boom Tech to use this energy up. So as you can see, Boom Tech basically has done. He's on 8%, 6%. So I think Danny. So basically, what I'm thinking here is Danny's holding this position because he can save that ER. If he uses that, the situation switches around. So he, with Boom Tech leeching off his DRS and saving his ERS. So it's an absolute strategy call from Danny. Just stay on. Tommy back now. And the leaders. He has got a penalty as well. Said it's surely gonna have to pit. You can't push mediums. So I think they'd have to do to make mediums go that. So it's just nipped down 12. He's gonna say he's caught the back of Decoracy, but he's see, such Jess, that's right on board with. So it's through the final corner. See, so it's opened up DRS. No whatsoever. So, apart from this battle, then, everybody else is sort of spaced out a bit at the moment. Whoopi's catching the back of Ben Taylor, so that'd be 1 to 9. And then, like, really, what's if he's going to do? I mean, he has to pit. Surely, 4 laps and around Bahrain. Can't believe. I'm not even sure if Hards would be able to do it, let alone medium tyres. So, we'll be happy to note he's running P10. As he keeps it. He'll pick points again this week. At the moment, say 99% sure that the reason we're not seeing Danny make a move is because he's reaching that ERS. So I don't think it's that he can't. I'm sure he's got the pace too if he used the ERS. It's just he won't want to do that. Quite possibly the last lap. It's risky leaving it till the last lap though. If you don't at the final corner, you know, it only takes a little thing to go wrong. So plenty of time. Go now. They've just crossed the line. I suggested Whoopi is on the back of Ben Taylor now. So it's looking, as long as he can get back past comfortably on the straight. Not really much point in Ben fighting this, although I suppose he know that Whoopi's only on 6 lap old hards compared to his 15 laps. So here it's maybe just a little bit too far back on that occasion. Once they do get past, do resolve. Here he comes again. Well, this time, some more do does, and he's consolidated that as well. He got a better exit than Ben. From Whoopi back up into P5, and I think he's going to make work after 6.8 seconds to Zippy as well. We'll keep an eye on that one in a bit. Problem at the moment for Boontech is I know exactly what Danny's doing, but there's just what can he do about it? No. Keep doing what he's doing, defending the lead. Few laps younger. Laps younger. It's right for Danny. Tires reach a point where they're fall off a cliff. He's running in the dirty air all the time. So those mediums then, as expected. Up to 5. I think that's it. I don't think the Corsi's gonna. The McLaren's gonna be able. The Mercedes. Maybe one. But as you can see, is that ahead? Obviously, needs to get the tire. Not that hard to do with soft tires. Half a lap, they should reach a 10 pretty soundly. So he's just nipped in. And he's done. He's finally decided to go for it. So he takes the race. He's used a good 20%, but he's got the RS advantage to try and open a gap. It's a matter of time, but when he did it, I think he's done it at the right time. This gives plenty of laps. I'm just trying to extend the lead. would like a bit of a lead, just to defend against the idea of his tyres going off a bit towards the end of the race. So it would be ideal if he could just wants to doing it well. Almost got to the 1 second. So Boomtech closed that up a bit there. He would have had DRS and a small straight. I think what we're seeing here, I mean, if Danny can make a season-long battle between him, Boomtech, Pete as well, so we could have a four-way battle throughout the, which would be nice. Zero Scott has got the pace to be up somewhere with them as well. But, obviously didn't go his way tonight, but it's happened. That's all part of racing. Some weeks things happen just right for you, other it's completely wrong. Norton nips into the pits. He's got to consider nicking a fast moment. Tommy's got the gap to. It's a bit early to pit yet, but if it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, it's catching Boomtech. Say that I think because fallen 3.7. It's had a little somewhere along. Obviously, from Tommy's point of view, he'd obviously love to get home, but he's got a penalty, which is going to hinder him holding on past. So go then. Right, have we got anything going on? Possibly. Maybe able to close the gap. Fresh softs. Obviously taking those softs to the end. But do it. About 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds, something like that. A lot of time. So, and obviously the softs will just grow and slowly. Would effectively be qualifying laps in every. De Courcy nicely. Verstappen. I think that's our real likelihood of a battle. Actually, is Verstappen catching De Courcy. Gap's 1.4. Verstappen's hard tyre 6. Let's have a look at the position changes then. Yeah, I mean, Danny's up 12, but normally inclined to give driver of the day somebody who opts to start from the positions, so I'm more inclined to right at this moment in time right now. It's one between Boomtech and Ben Taylor, to be fair, so see how the rest of the race unfolds, and I'll make that decision at the end. So Verstappen nip. Did he get DRS? No, he didn't. So toe off the back of De Courcy's car now. So Verstappen at the moment is actually landing around his PB lap, so he is lapping very quickly at the moment. Okay, so he's comfortably within the 1 second now. Let's just have a look. I don't know if it'd be this lap. It's probably a... Of course, you like on energy. He's actually got more energy than Verstappen, so... Yeah, just... He actually didn't close the gap up then. I don't know if you noticed that, but the gap actually grew down the straight despite having DRS, which is a bit alarming. Here we go again. Alright, closes slightly this time, but literally by a couple of hundredths on the... He seems to be quicker through the corners, doesn't he, Verstappen? And it's probably partly because of tyre wear, but I would suggest with how little he... Of course, he's probably running a much worse as well. I don't know where it's called JD or the Corsi. I kind of like the Corsi, JD in Discord, so I don't know. I call it JD sometimes, the Corsi others, I think. Closer this time, Verstappen. Well, if I was him, I wouldn't take down here. He looks like to, but don't want to lose the DRS. Right, so we're back on board. No, look, JD's just gotten away a little bit too much. Now Verstappen's just slightly gaining. Braking zone already. Dilemma here and trying to get past. To do this at a different area of the track than the straight, because it really does look like the course he's running. Okay, it didn't look exits out the final turn that time. You can clearly see he's a lot quicker. The corners and that, the track's not really designed through the corners. It's designed for the overtaking to be done down the straights into the heavy braking zone. Turn 1 and at the final corner, and at this left-hander coming up here. All of those areas hard braking at the end of a straight, so go again. Just keep an eye. At the moment, he's nowhere near as close to, but this might. It looks a lot smoother, but the Corsi will have the better course, being first on track. And by the time the DRS the effect, they're almost in the braking zone. Look, so it's just a nightmare. We got a Haas round. Oh, what are you doing? He's retired on track. Not sure what that's all about, but maybe. I don't know why he's done 2 laps to go. Just finish it. That's an emergency's happening. He's something got to bear in mind sometimes. Happen. Still battling away. P5 though. So Verstappen then, it's a fine move, and that's all I could do about it. So That is a move up into P5. Oh! But then something happens and he loses it. I was going to say he's going to do it all over again, but I don't think he's going to. Ben Taylor into the. What happened to Ben? He was well about him for driver of the day. Oh well, that's what it is. In that case, I think Boom Tech's going to take my driver of the day. It's actually close. There's Boom Tech on Danny. Then they are coming round. And that's the Corsi, so heads to the line. In Bahrain, double win, double race winner. Boom Tech comes home in a brilliant P2 and takes my drive. Whoopi on his way round into the final set. Free, just ahead of him on track actually is Ben Taylor to take P8. There he is. Let's go back to Whoopi, who slows down. So, Whoopi P3. Dalton, that was crashing into the barrier. He did cross the line though. Why is it DNF'd him? He did actually cross the line. There goes the other McLaren. Tries to join the other one, didn't quite get it right. Zippy P4, Verstappen P5. Alf on his way into the third sector now. It's, and so Alf finishes P6 and the Corsi for P7 will get the race ended. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's showing Lawton as a DNF. He did actually slide across the line when he messed about at the end there, so but the game must have DNF'd him while he was still moving. But he will get the 9th place in a way. And of course he with no wing on apparently comes across the line to finish this off. So I quite enjoyed that. It was alright. That was a bit of fun. Yeah, unlucky Ben. He was doing really well. Oh, you got a puncture. I've just seen that. Sorry. I think we were going to get my driver of the day as well, Ben, but that puncture's robbed you of that as well. But congrats to the top 3. Race. Car, a bit of a disaster on the restart, to be honest. It wasn't great. But some errors happening through the field. There we have it. So congratulations to the top 3. Congratulations to everybody who's finished the race and picked up points as well. Yeah, all in all, it wasn't too bad. There was some silly things. I'm not sure why Tommy elected to retire on track with 2.5 laps to go. Maybe we'll find out in Discord, but there we have it. Just do the race director in case it's needed for the stewards. As you can see, look, not many incidents at all for a 50% race. So, mind you, because we have the corner cutting at the moment is on regular. That's why there's not as many, because you don't get as many people cutting the track. But there we have it. In a way, congratulations then to the podium boys, and double congratulations to Boom Tech on getting driver of the day as well. other than that, guys, thanks very much for joining. I'm back on at 8 p.m. for WAOF one, so please feel free to come and join me for that. Just having a quick look at the Discord. I'll see where we are next week for JD. JD's League. There's a calendar. There it is. So we are at... I can't tell you because it's not loading up. There we go. We are at Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix in Imola. So see you at 6 p.m. for that, guys. Thanks to everybody who's watched live. Thanks to everybody who watches the stream back at a later point. It's all really appreciated. Just to reiterate, I did have to ban someone during the stream, Shadow Sniper, who, to be quite honest, put something that was just completely out of order. So I banned him, so he won't be back. But there we have it. The fact is to say, kids do watch these streams, so I'm not willing to have the sort of language that you put on the stream.